Well, welcome back folks, and this is another video today on our lovely Jaguar XK8, which I shall show you in the full sunshine here, right? And the issue that we're having today was a pretty scary thing, to be brutally honest. Well, I say scary, it was easily fixed, but temporarily as it may be. But so what happened was, I was driving along as normal. And everything was fine, all the readings were fine, there was no error warnings, there was no codes, there was no nothing. And I switched sport mode on and accelerated a little bit briskly away from traffic lights, got up to 60, took my foot off the gas, and everything seemed okay until I went to accelerate again. And the accelerator just went straight to the floor and the revs did absolutely nothing. There was no throttle response at all. Put it into second, third and fourth. Nothing happened. Put it back into drive, nothing happened. Came to roundabout, thankfully. Came to a full stop, shut the engine off, put the hazards on, stuck the engine back on, and it started up and revved and it drove away absolutely fine. Which, you know, isn't a big deal, but it's pretty scary when it happens to you when you're driving on a 60 mph A road coming up to a busy roundabout. So, okay, it probably is a big deal, isn't it? So it's something I need to address pretty quickly. So there was no error warnings in the dash. It didn't get into limp home mode. It didn't say restricted performance. It said nothing along those lines at all. But I found a code. Come with me. All right, so maybe some of you can guess what is going on here. But the code that I found, well, what I did was, right, rather than panic and start worrying about things, I think it felt like the throttle wasn't responding, right? So I'm going to give the throttle body a clean anyway when I do the full service, but I'll do that sooner rather than later. For those of you that don't know, the throttle body is the thing that's at the end of the pipe from the air intake. It's like the flap that goes, the butterfly valve, it just goes vroom, vroom when you open it. It opens a wee bit for idle and more when you accelerate. And in the sports mode, I guess it'll open even further for the higher revs. So they tend to become sticky over time and they tend to need a clean out. So we'll do that by default. But the code that I got, so I've got a pretty good code reader here. It's a Kingbolen one. And it reads all the Jaguar codes, right? It reads all the systems in this car. And the code that I got, I took a note of it here on my phone, was P0790. And the code description is, you read that? Mode switch malfunction. Right? Mode switch. Which would coincide with me pressing the sport button and then the thing dying shortly thereafter. So, as you can see, my car has a sport button, just a singular button on the surround here. And the sport button is here. So I've just stripped off the gear stick surround and taken the sport button off, and this looks like the original one. Now, I tried to replicate this fault by driving with sport button on and accelerating pretty hard, coming to a stop and then turning around and doing it again. I did that 6 times and I couldn't get it to replicate the same fault, and indeed the car did not lose performance after that at all. The throttle response was excellent. But having done some research, I have read that these switches can fail, just like any switch in a car, you know. Like, they can fail at any point in time. So, what I might do is, I might just give this a squirt of electrical contact cleaner just now. The connector here looks pretty good. I've had a good look around the wires down in here and they all look pretty intact. There's no cuts or, you know, abrasive marks or anything like that, or no dodgy tape holding anything together. It all looks pretty solid. But I did notice, I don't know whether this has maybe affected it or not, but when I pressed sport, my surround was a little bit loose, and I noticed I've only got one washer there and none here, so there was a bit of play in this. I'm maybe clutching at straws, but when I press sport button, sport mode, what way does it go? I can't remember now. Is it that way or that way? Anyway, when I pressed it, the whole thing did move a little bit, and then 1 or 2 seconds later I had this problem. Clutching at straws perhaps, but I think for peace of mind, especially if someone else was driving this car that maybe panics when that happens, I might just replace this switch and buy a new or used one or refurbed one from a reputable seller and put it back in, because that could have been pretty scary, I must admit. What was irritating was I quite fancied getting a thing up in the dash to tell me, but I didn't even get a check engine light. But this Kingbolen code reader is enough to read all the systems, and that was the transmission control module that it picked that up on. And the mode switch, having done some research, mode switch malfunction, is a code specifically for the TCM. And I have read on some forums that it can lead to the lack of throttle performance, the lack of throttle response. Right, so it's a switch that I could probably get from S&G Barrett or Auto Reserve Jag or even eBay or something like that. But I think I'll look around first of all and see what I can get. So just looking at eBay here, here's a few here. There's one for sale for 30 quid and S&G Barrett at 147. Now, buying it from them, you know they're going to have tested it and it'll be a good switch. Buying it from eBay, you're going to get the same part number, but you might not know if it's a good switch or not. But for £20, I might take the chance, but I don't know. It's difficult to tell if it's working. My switch still works. It still switches to sport mode. It's just the fact that I don't know when that or if that'll ever occur again. But the good thing is I know what it is. So let's do that and let's get a replacement switch and we'll put it in. It's not going to be a great video because I tried to replicate the fault to show you what happened, but I couldn't. But that's an intermittent fault that you can't put up with. That's something I wouldn't like to risk. So I think we'll just get a good replacement switch and give this a clean up just now and just see if it will make any difference. But it does work, you know, it's not like sticking or anything like that. But maybe I just didn't have it depressed fully, I don't know. Maybe I just kind of went, and it didn't sit in quite right. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll give it a clean with contact cleaner and we'll put it all back together again. But if you get performance problems with the car and it's got no codes visible and you don't have a throttle response, try and get yourself, or you can borrow a code reader like this one from someone and it'll probably fling up the same or similar codes, because like I say, I had no warnings here whatsoever. Alright, so I just tend to use the WD-40 electrical contact cleaner. You don't need to soak things, just give it a light kind of spray. Even that's enough. And we'll let that dry out a wee bit before we put it back in the car. But essentially, if this switch isn't too expensive, I might just get a known good replacement, because we can't really risk that happening again. I could probably take this apart and have a look at it, but I don't want to risk breaking this one when I've only got this one here. But, however, we shall let that dry out just now. Sitting there, and we'll see if that helps it at all. But like I say, there's no visible damage to this. There's no visible connections that are broken. There's no nothing like that. But, you know, this little guy can cause you a problem. Alright, and while we're here, we'll just replace these apparently missing washers from all of these fixing points for the surround, because I think I just felt a bit loose. I might as well replace them while I'm here, because I don't think that's enough to cause an issue like the performance issue that we had, but I'm better playing it safe, haven't I? Plus the screws didn't go in all the way anyway, they were loose, so I might as well get some new washers in there while I'm here. And this is when my big chubby fingers don't do me any favours. Here's a little thing that I like to do. Put it on the end of a screwdriver. And that will let me slide it right in where it should go. There we go. Yeah, like I say, I do not think for 1 second that this is going to fix the problem in its entirety, but it wasn't right anyway, so we shall see if this is a help to it. There we are. 4 new washers in place. Cool. Handy to have a little tub of these lying around. That's how long I've had them. Look at the old logo. How old's that? 20 years old? 25 years old? Maybe even more than that. I've used a few and I've still got a few. Still good. Right, so this will be dry by now. That's been a good few minutes. So let's put this back in. And what I'll do is I'll monitor this and see if it does actually do it again, obviously. It says, and I think we're that way, aren't we? Are we sport mode that way? I need to just check some old footage. Can't remember. I found one in auto reserve. I'm just going to buy it right now. It's the LNC 6220AE. There you go. I'll just buy that from auto reserve right now. Excuse me while I type in my password. I love auto reserve Jaguar. I think they're great. That's me. I have ordered a replacement switch. Now, it was £43 including VAT from auto reserve, but I don't mind. The eBay ones are 30. I don't know the sellers. I don't know if the switches are good. They might not even work. Auto reserve test them before they give them to you. And they've been very, very good. You phone the guys there, they're excellent, so I'm happy to give them the business. More than happy. Right, I've just made a boo-boo. You need to attach the switch back to the panel here before you connect it to the connector. So this comes a little connector at the back. And the sport mode button goes on like so. And a little bracket goes on the top of it. So let me just double check. That's it, the S goes to the bottom. And then this bracket here clamps over the top. And there's 2 little screws and washers that go into there. Let's put them back in. These are very footery. So, oh goodness, they are so tiny for my chunky fingers. Oh, that's terrible. Hold on, I need to see this closer. Oh no. There we go. That's one screwed in. And that's pretty tight. Let's get the other one in there. Now obviously I'm replacing the existing switch whilst I wait for my replacement to arrive, but it doesn't really matter, it's exactly the same process. Right, there we go. Nice and tight. And now I can put this back in here. There we go. Right, and then we could just place this back on top of my new washers and see if that tightens things up a bit. I need to get some new screws for this because I don't think these are the originals. They're pretty grotty looking. Oh yeah, that's tighter anyway, I can tell that straight away. And that one. Right, there you go. That's pretty tight now, look. There's no movement in that at all. Because before I could lift that up. That's much better. Much better. Oh yeah. You saw this in the last video, didn't you? Look at that. Look at that tremendous piece of equipment. That was from adamesh.co.uk and it was 35 quid. And I just think it's fantastic. I think it just sets the area off nicely. Now, aye, we're not loose here at all now. We're not loose here at all now. We're pretty sturdy. Good. So, I've cleared the codes. Right, so we're back on, no warnings, sport mode on. Throttle response is there, sport mode off. throttle response is there. Apart from driving it, that's about the best test I can do at the moment. If anyone can suggest another test of how to make sure that fault doesn't happen again, let me know. As you can see, we're putting sport mode on and off and we're not getting any driver's warnings in the dashboard at all. I might just leave sport mode on. Right, let's go back in. Alright, well that's going to wrap up that little job, and obviously once I get the replacement switch from Auto Reserve Jag, I shall replace it for peace of mind purposes, because I don't want that happening again, and I'll have a spare switch to faff about with on my own if I want to find out what actually went wrong with it. But might not bother, might just get that for the sake of 40 quid. It's peace of mind for me, and it helps reassure me that I've got a good known switch as a backup. And if it happens again, I know it's not the switch. But alright, so as I was filming this, my delivery from Auto Express Auto Reserve Jag arrived, and it's exactly the same little switch. So what we'll do is I'll just do what I did in the video and replace this switch with this one. Sorry, replace the existing switch with this one, so that I know that this one's, you know, not throwing any faults. And fingers crossed, the more I drive it, the more I take it in and out of sport mode, I don't get that same failure again. So good timing, eh? I'm very, very fast. Couple of days delivery from Auto Reserve Jag. So yeah, we'll get that fitted and I'll just monitor it, and in a later video I'll give you an update on whether or not it cured the fault for good. But I'm pretty confident it will, because the couple of drives that I did in the car waiting for this to arrive, the fault hasn't returned. So best I can do for now. Let's get back to, well, me. Not quite throwing a parts cannon at it as I knew what part it was, but it's cheap enough for me to do that. That's all I'm saying. If you've got a fault like that, get a code reader, confirm if it's a TCM code like I did. If it's the same code, it could be your sport button switch that's went faulty. Hopefully. But in the next video, when we do the service in the car, maybe not the next video, when I do the service in the car, I will get some throttle body cleaner and we'll clean out the throttle as well, clean out the air intake, replace the filter, maybe even replace the spark plugs. And we'll just double check the fuses. We could replace some of the fuses just by default. Maybe it could have been a fuse, but the code didn't suggest that. It suggested the switch, so that's why I went down that way. But good one. Have a good day. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, comment below if you've had this problem or you've got another solution or you've had something else go wrong with the car that's very similar, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye bye.